Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Analyst Desk. I have no idea why Dan's grinning like that, so I thought I'd put him front facing. He's a very happy Blue Jays
Let's
fan.
go! Yeah, baby!
Big dubs from the Toronto Blue Jays tonight.
Can I
And the
just
Toronto
say it
Maple Leafs,
now?
of course,
Can I
being
say
their
it
first
now?
win of the year.
Anything's possible!
Okay.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum!
I am going to say one thing, though. We won a series. That's great.
Yeah, I know.
But let's not act like we won the World Series.
I
Oh,
know.
it feels like it.
Oh, it does. Because you know what? For the first time since 2016,
This team
the
actually won
Jays
something.
feel like they can actually go all the way. And I will say now Schneider looks like a genius for the bullpen game.
Yeah, surprisingly,
Every pitcher did what they needed to do.
I gotta be honest. I don't know how that actually works out so well for this team, but
it does.
they went on. They did it on. I think the last, well, not the last game. Yeah, they did it on the last game of the season. I'm pretty sure they went up.
They did, but they're still just finding ways. And I mean, it'll be interesting to see now we can actually say next series, do you see someone like Scherzer getting back into the lineup, or are they sticking with what they got?
I think it depends who they play, right? Like if you face Seattle's another long ball team. Like you got to be careful. Like you're getting better home run hitters. You got Cal Raleigh, you got Eugenio Suarez, you got Crawford there. So you got to be careful, right? So I think it'll be depending who they face. If they face the Detroit Tigers, they're not as scary with the long ball. Like, obviously, they can still hit the long ball. So it really depends who wins, and maybe if Dan is up free, maybe we can make it up to the fans, and we can do a simulation with the Seattle Mariners and the Tigers. But yeah, I'll sing the song.
Yeah, we gotta sing.
Hey,
Blue Jays,
Blue Jays,
let's play ball.
But yeah,
I see Alex never asks us to sing the
Cheers,
Argos touchdown
baby.
song because he is not a fan.
Really? Why is he not a fan? That's crazy. I love that song. Go.
Just as a reminder
I don't
to
even know the
everyone
song.
here at the Analyst Desk, let's keep it a clean sheet and a fair ball in the comments. Folks, healthy debate is always welcome. Just don't throw any high sticks or curveballs at each other. Little wink.
Speaking of throwing a curveball at someone, Ernie got one bad.
He did. He looked mad.
Wow, I mean, he got dinged right in the shoulder. Would you be happy about that?
Yeah, I could got on base.
Look, at the end of the day, though, I thought it was impressive seeing Vladdy Guerrero's leadership, though, when he just kind of went to that whole bench, like, guys, chill, right? Because at that point, winning that game was more important than sending a message.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the best message you can send was sending the Yankees packing. Now, one thing I was really surprised about, I don't know if you boys noticed this or not, going into the ninth inning, so many Yankees fans just left.
I know, it's crazy.
And I'm shocked if Aaron Judge has potentially the tying run in like the deck. I don't understand going home.
So Kai has asked this $1 million question now. Is Aaron Boone fired? Aaron Boone fired?
Is he fired?
I say yes.
100%.
Yeah.
He had one job.
You lost the World Series last year. You didn't make it anywhere the year beforehand. You lost to the Blue Jays this year. You lost the division. You have Aaron Judge, arguably the best player in the league.
And you can't even blame him. He was fantastic.
No, I can't blame Judge at all. I thought Judge had a great series.
Fantastic.
You can really tell that Judge and Guerrero were the leaders of both these teams. They went bat to bat, catch to catch, play by play on one another. Boom, 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 boom. It was like watching two franchise players go at it. I would say like the equivalent would be like Crosby versus Ovechkin, right? Like they were like that neck and neck.
I got a question for everyone.
Let me ask you a question.
In the bottom of the eighth, with two guys on base and Jeff Hoffman pitching, how nervous? What was the vibe check?
This might sound weird. I felt the Jays had this game. I called Jays in 4 from the beginning, And look, whether people like Jeff Hoffman or not, he has done a very good job this year of bending, but not breaking. Did he allow a run? Sure. Did it matter? No. Did he allow a couple hits? Sure. Did it matter? No. And when they absolutely needed a strikeout, Hoffman got it.
And you know what's amazing?
And that's what I've always said about. It's like, look at Nathan Lucas, prime example.
Yeah,
he's a mediocre hitter, but what did he do when the Jays desperately
I call that one?
He got it.
Yeah.
George Springer had a terrible series. However, he got the 1 RBI that was needed.
That's right.
To help win this game.
Yep.
You look here, people were questioning the Jays bullpen going into this game. Well,
they were bad.
The bullpen only allowed 2 runs.
Crazy.
Only allowed 6 hits.
Yeah.
I will say, I'm shocked they only gave the Yankees 1 error because I thought there were errors all over the field.
Oh, it was terrible.
And absolutely here, you know what? Detective Adam. We're going to go with that one. We'll see if he likes that name or not. But yeah, 2 big wins in the 6 for the Toronto Maple Leafs and the New York Yankees losing, but the Toronto Blue Jays getting that big win. I got to say, Lane, you know how you felt as a Ticats fan seeing the Argos getting eliminated by the Ticats? I think that's how Jays fans feel eliminating the New York Yankees.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
In their barn, fans leaving the ballpark.
Well, for those who weren't here on the pregame, and yeah, for those who weren't here on the pregame, I don't know if Jacob recorded it, but I was a little passionate because I was so mad because I was sitting here.
I saw that.
You know what? And I'll explain why I was mad because you know what? You take me back. Like we rewind the tape. Let's me back into the almost the start of summer.
Go back in 1999?
No, the start of summer. Like not that far back. I don't go back to when I was 4. I like where I like to, but we're gonna go back to the start of summer. It was the weather was starting to get nice again, and the Leafs were up 2-0 against the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers, and they were up in Game 3 in their barn with the Florida Panthers about to be on the verge of not being eliminated, but probably being eliminated in the series. And the Leafs choked it and gave them the win. And they never looked back. It was Florida from then on. It was just like, okay, we got the car, we got the keys, we're in the driver's seat, we took off, we left you at the bus stop. Mm-hmm. And
literally,
last night, when the Leafs not the Leafs, see, that's what I'm saying. When the Blue Jays blew a 6-1 lead in their barn when they could have just got rid of them with every fan. And the thing that frustrated me was, every fan was sitting there literally crying in there. Like, I literally saw tears falling into their sandwich, their french fries, their beers. I was like, this is perfect. This is how you want to go out. Don't give them life. Don't give them air. And then you blow a 6-run lead, and they look so defeated too. It wasn't even like they lost with dignity, where you're like, well, okay, they lost, but they still played well. They were playing horrible after that. They were like dropping ball. They weren't hitting. They struck out a bunch. They struck out the rest of the game, and I was just like, I kind of got a feeling like, are we really going down this road again of this whole, like this just letting a team back into a series?
Nope.
But you know what? I'll admit it. I was wrong. And cheers.
I was right.
To the Toronto Blue Jays for making the ALCS, baby.
Also, when we talk about that pitch, I mean, I thought Clement wanted to murder him.
Yeah,
I mean, do I think the pitch was on purpose? Do I think he's targeting in that situation? Absolutely not, because that put the Yankees in a bad situation. That guy was having some wild pitches in that game in general. But you really felt there the Yankees were starting to kind of lose their grip, right? And Dan, you have a fan.
Yeah. Woo! Do you know what I gotta say, though? We had our 10 minutes of celebrating. I go back to the analyst hat here. The only thing I'm concerned about with this series is that we didn't get it done in Game 3.
I'm not concerned at all. It doesn't matter.
By I agree. I admit it. I thought I was going to go 4 games too, but I'm just afraid. I would have felt a little more confident if we got our pitchers that much more rest. You know?
I don't care.
Yeah, we rested.
You got 3 days now, though, Dan. You got like.
Well, that's the good thing. That's why this game is so crucial, right?
Depending on how the other series play out, you're gonna have the rest of the series to play. So you guys still got to play at Seattle, Detroit. You still got to play out Phillies and Dodgers. You still got to play out.
Adam's calling you out, Dan.
You still got to play out.
That's like it's gonna go. Woo!
But honestly, like, so by the time all those series wrap up, you're still going to have a day off, or probably 1 or 2 days before this next series starts. You're probably not starting till like Sunday or Monday. Honestly, I
would think both.
The great thing is too. Let's just hope. I don't know where the echo is coming from. I think Lane's fixing that with his magic finger.
My mic fell out. Sorry about that.
But you're just hoping now the game between Seattle and Detroit tomorrow can go lots of innings, go lots of pitchers.
So Sunday,
maybe someone stubs their toe on the base.
Ouch, that would hurt.
Like, you're really hoping that game can be very tiresome for both teams because, look, I'm going to say this. I think both of those teams are better teams than people realize they are, especially Seattle. I know because weirdly enough,
been underdog all year.
Detroit was the favorite going into the series, even though Seattle had the better record. And Seattle's got that deep ball the way the Yankees do, but let's be honest, the Yankees probably have the worst infield out of any playoff team.
The problem,
and Seattle, the Mariners don't. And here'll be the really, really interesting thing if it's Seattle. How many does Seattle do what the Yankees did and try to keep Canadians out of their diamond? Seattle, Vancouver, salads and scrambled eggs.
Well, you know, I gotta admit, like, you know, I know we didn't stream last night, but when I was watching the game, I couldn't believe how many more Blue Jay fans. It felt like there were more Blue Jay fans than Yankee fans last night. I know there wasn't, but it felt like it.
I gotta say too, I was disappointed in the lack of energy from Yankee fans, even in this game. Leaving when it's still a very reachable game. Okay, I know they didn't get it done, but I'm telling you what, if I see that at the Sky Dome in a do or die game, I'll be very disappointed.
But like Maple Leaf fans.
Well, you know what you do wonder is Yankee Stadium a corporate crowd?
100% is.
Is it kind of? And that's no disrespect to diehard Yankee fans. I have some good personal friends who are diehard Yankee fans who are probably very upset right now.
Pete
is.
Where are you, Peter?
He's in bed crying in his Yankee sheets.
I feel bad for you, buddy.
Well, he's a Leaf fan, though, so at least he doesn't have to get disappointed until the first or second round of the playoffs. So he's got tons of time to recover. At least I don't think he's a Cowboys fan, too. Is he, Dan? I hope not.
No, Green Bay Packers fan.
Well, I mean, Green Bay, who knows with them this year? They started off great. Now they're not looking so hot. But at the end of the day, the Toronto Blue Jays did what they needed to do. And I got to say this, too. I think the Vladdy Guerrero Jr. critics owe him a beer. Vladdy Guerrero should be very drunk by the time he gets back to playing. Because the amount of criticism this guy got, even from myself, who I said at times I felt he was overpaid. Well, he had a phenomenal series. Timely hits, home runs in 3 out of the 4 games, timely RBIs. You look at the big defensive play in this game in the 8th inning. He just, when the chips were down, he made a big play. And I got to say, Aaron Judge, I felt, did the same, right? It's just, I think the Jays 100%. Have a deeper, the Jays prove they have a deeper lineup.
Well, that's the thing.
They're doing this all without Bo Bichette, who is arguably their best player. Lane wants to show us something.
Yes, this is credited to Chris Johnson on Twitter. And this was after the Maple Leafs game. This is after the game. The game is over. The people who feel like more people were at the Scotiabank Center than were at Yankee Stadium. I just want to share this quick 35-second video of the Scotiabank Arena fans sticking around to watch the Blue Jays pull this off.
I would. That's cool.
This is it.
Oh, but not a fan there.
Lots. There's tons. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Let's go. That's amazing.
Now all we need is a meaningless Argo win on Saturday or tomorrow. Sorry, we have a very happy crew in the 6.
Nah, you guys are happy enough. You're good.
No, come on. I'm already sad enough. My Argos aren't making the playoffs for the first time in a long time. But
yeah, I know.
Okay,
that's
1999. But
hey, it might be 99. It might be 1993. The way things are going.
But I know.
Well, I will say, legitimately, with the Blue Jays, this feels like that 2016.
It did.
Like, they're making plays. They're getting timely hits. A Guerrero somewhat backflip off a grand slam. Yeah. Okay, and here's an interesting question, though, from Will. What are some improvements that they could improve on? What's positives and negatives? Okay.
I like that. Great question, Will. I really like that.
I will say this. Well, thank you very much for the comment, number 1. Number 2, I did not like the way Game 3 was handled.
No.
I think you leave Bieber in. He's the guy you've paid the big bucks, and maybe you get out of this series a game sooner, right? And also, too, you're not putting so much stress on the bullpen. I'm also wondering, is George Springer your leadoff man going into the next series?
Yeah, I think that's got to end.
I think that might change. I might be changing it to Lucas.
Ernie, man.
Or Ernie.
Ernie big league one. Varso.
I don't know. I really like Lucas. Ernie. I find Lucas just does a great job of getting on base.
Yeah.
Your leadoff hitters are so important. Like every 4th batter, basically. So, like, I would argue your 1st, 4th, and your 8th hitter are so critical.
Oh, for sure.
Right? Because they're the ones that potentially are starting off innings.
Yeah, 100%.
So, if you're the Jays, yeah, I think to look at that for improvements, yeah, I would say I think maybe as much as, look, it's hard to criticize Schneider because he beat the Yankees. They got it done in 4. Most people were calling a 5-game series. The Jays were kind of an underdog, even though they were technically the
I thought it was going to be a 5-game series, to be honest. But if I have to chime in, you took the 2 answers I was going to say. So the answer I'll say is, to answer Will's question, great question, by the way, is the Blue Jays had a humongous chance to close the series in 3, and they did not. So the one thing I would say they have to improve on is their closing rate. They got to put the nail in the coffin, because if you want to go deep into the World Series, you have to let your pitchers. And yes, it's great this time. We got, 3 days of resting, but we might not be that lucky going in World Series. Next series is a 7-game series too. So that's the one criticize I would have to give.
But now the $1 million question is, Will is saying, because you won, do you leave it the way it is, or do you make adjustments? And it's tough, right? Because
that's the $1 million question.
You don't want to change the mojo of a team that's winning.
I would at least give one more starter because, Gosman's good, but he can have his off game. Shane Bieber's been okay. He has his good game, but also he has a bad game. Trey Savage is still a rookie at the end of the day.
Yeah, very rookie.
I think if you got to give at least Bassett or Scherzer and take one of these.
Who are you pulling out of that bullpen then, Lane? Like, that's tough. I'm almost.
Maybe Nance. Nance was terrible.
He was pretty bad.
Look, I'm almost down for doing another bullpen game.
Really?
It got done.
It's Varland starting that game, setting the tone of 100-mile-an-hour fastballs.
Varland was amazing. What a
I don't know. It's just one of those things. I kind of like what the pitching is doing. But okay, then in theory, if you're going to bring in a starter, are you bringing in Scherzer or Bassett?
Probably Bassett.
See, if it's me, I'm bringing in Scherzer. Because he's got that playoff experience, right? He's got he's won a World Series. Like, I think that does something
down the stretch here.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I look at it. So I'm gonna flip this into a different way to ask this question, and I love this question from Will here. And Key, we will get to your back to your comment momentarily, but so if Alexander Ovechkin hasn't scored a goal in 15 games, right? It's Game 7, Stanley Cup Finals. You're down 2-1 on a power play. Is Ovechkin going on the ice?
100%.
Yes.
So why are you not playing Max Scherzer?
I would play Max Scherzer.
It's the same argument, right? I think I'd
He's
want
a
him in my
future
lineup.
Hall of Famer.
Like he's a future Hall of
And
Famer.
he's the leader
brings
of
in
this
that leadership
team. He
pedigree.
makes a difference.
And that's nothing again. And two, if you bring in Bassett, you almost have to make sure he starts a home game because he sucks on the road.
Right.
True.
So I don't know, like but it is so tough. Do you mess with a winning formula? They've won 3 out of 4 games, and the one game they lost, I'm going to say this, and this is going to put off Yankee fans. The Yankees did not win Game 3. The Blue Jays lost it.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
the difference. The only game the Yankees won, the Jays went, here you go. We don't want it. We really, really want to stay an extra night in New York where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do.
Yeah.
That's just like,
Yeah.
so it's really, this is such a tough decision to make.
Make a Yankee hat more famous than a Yankee can.
Truthfully, I'm more up to potentially changing the batting rotation than I am to changing the pitching rotation.
Okay, well, here's the $1 million question.
And, you know,
I thought I had
Bichette
the
could be
$1 million
back.
question.
Okay, what's your $1 million question?
What about the Yankees? What do you change there?
Boone. Gone.
No, but like
More
there's
than
gotta be
Boone.
more.
That infield has to improve.
It does, for certain.
There
I
is
think
no
both-
ifs or buts about it. Their infield lost them this game.
In my opinion,
The
Volpe-
offense did good enough. The starting pitcher was phenomenal. The bullpen was okay. I look at it, the infield, like for example, look how the Blue Jays picked up that kind of Falefa, who is not a good hitter, but he's so good defensively.
Except
Why
for
didn't the
game
Yankees go get a guy like that for nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Just to improve the defense. They didn't need more hitting.
No.
Like they go at the deadline and they're looking for more swinging. Why? You're the best hitting team in the bloody league.
Well, they thought they could swing their way out of it. Ha ha ha.
Well,
They thought when
clearly
they got
couldn't
trouble, they could
because-
swing their way out. But
And at the end of
obviously-
the day, all the
didn't
Yankees
work.
do, they either hit dingers or nothing, right? So maybe they need to do what the Jays have done. And you look at the Jays, it's a balanced lineup.
Yeah.
like what do you,
So if
here's-
I'm the Yankees, I'm firing the coach because I personally thought Boone should have been fired last year after the way the World Series was a complete and utter disaster.
Well, not just what they lost, it's the way they lost.
Watch what I'm saying. It was a disaster.
well, you look at
And
like,
then, and don't worry, we will get to the rest of these comments. I apologize, people. We've just been really in this conversation. This is a great conversation we're having. But
like I look at the starting pitcher, right? Schlittler was great. He's a fantastic pitcher.
he had a phenomenal game.
Even though David Ortiz called him something else, we won't repeat on the air. But Schlittler was amazing. The other pitcher, Rodon, was terrible. And Max Fried, you know, that's a guy there too, right? Here's a guy who like pitches phenomenal in the regular season, and then all of a sudden, you know, he can't do it. He's consistently bad in the playoffs.
I
Well-
just really think the problem is you can't fix it. I don't think you can fix everything. So I think you
Why
have
not?
to
There's no
see-
salary cap.
Well, that's going to change
Well,
in
there
baseball.
is. There
Well, I'm
kinda
just saying,
is.
right now, this very minute, they could go and spend $1 billion right now. Nothing
Yeah,
stopping
but
them.
that's never worked. But that's you know what's funny? The Yankees have tried that year after year after year after year, and it's never really worked for them.
Okay, it's been $2 billion.
What World
No,
Series
but-
have they won?
No, but what I'm getting at, if you look at the Yankees, the infield, I think, is your biggest problem. They've had the most errors out of any infield in baseball this year.
Volpe's
That's
gotta
what you
go.
have to fix.
Volpe's got to go.
And Key, to talk about, just bringing back to Key's comment, because she was, taking care of her cat. Meow. When we talk about the being hit by the
Tiger
pitcher,
cat?
long story short, we kind of just said that, look, we don't feel it was an intentional hit. And we all kind of really praise Vladdy Guerrero Jr. for
Oh, 100%,
the way
he's a true
he
leader.
handled that situation as a leader.
Yeah, 100%.
Key, I got
Hopefully
a
one day when
question-
he has a kid that he can be Vladdy Guerrero Sr. And then the other one can be Vladdy Guerrero Sr.
Key, I
No,
got
he
a
wants to
question.
live young. He's not going to have a kid.
Key, do you have a tiger cat? Does it go raw and does it eat raw food?
Should they put another pitcher in to see overall improvement? Again, I think for the Jays, yeah, maybe you do pull out Nance and you put in either Scherzer or Bassett. I just think it's Scherzer unless you want to start Bassett game 1 or game 2 or game 5. Because I could see them still going a bullpen game. Or maybe it's Bassett starts but only plays 3 innings and then you just go to the bullpen. Like, I don't know. It's really tough to figure out what the Jays should change or shouldn't change.
Well, it's funny, like when me and Dan did the video game series, the video game predicted that the Yankees were pretty much about to win this. If we were to play the next game, it looked like the Yankees were going to beat the Jays 3-1. The Jays only won 1 game in the series.
I apologize. We didn't get to game 4 in video game land. I have to get up crazy hours of commuting, and Blaine got to get up early too. And
but we might
Jacob
do game
just didn't
5.
get done, unfortunately.
Damn, maybe we can work on game. We got till Friday, so maybe we can.
There you go. The Ticats would be dominated by Keys. Viking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it did. The infield
but no,
was
that's
terrible.
what I'm saying. It's the Yankees' problem is the infield.
So
Fix the infield.
Hold on, let me pull up their depth chart.
And they might win this game. They might win this series. They even the plays that were classified as errors were terrible.
I'm shocked that I only got 1 error in the whole game.
Someone had too many beers.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, the other thing I gotta say here is we all kind of agree that the Yankees. Oh, well.
I don't
I think I'll call it here. Anyone. I'll call it here on the decks. I think Seattle's winning that series. I don't think Detroit's getting it done.
I think Detroit's winning that series.
No, I think Seattle's winning it. Seattle's been underdog all season.
Everybody Detroit from the 313, put your hands up and follow me.
Well, Seattle's getting it done.
Oh, whoa, he stands tough. Notice that this man did not have his hands up. Oh!
Seattle's getting it
done.
done.
Got you gassed up. No's afraid of the big bad wolf. Dan has no idea what I'm referencing.
I know. We're doing 8 Mile. I get it. Because it's Detroit. Yeah, we all get it. How cute.
Detroit, what?
But at the end of the day, Seattle is getting it done. And we're going to see Vancouver versus Toronto. East Coast versus West Coast. It's going to be an amazing series. So I think Seattle's going to get it done in 5. Because that series has been a lot tighter than this one.
Quick update here from the comments. We have the Phillies winning 3-1 going into the 7th.
Oh.
October is just the best time to be a sports fan. I just gotta say it. Will is calling for some lineup changes. So, we'll have to wait and see. I'm thinking again, I may be moving Springer out of the leadoff. And who knows, too, if Bo Bichette comes back, now who comes out? Probably Jimenez?
I got the picture.
You don't want to take Jimenez off defensively, though.
And yeah, well, absolutely. I really think you're going to see a very different Yankee team going into next season.
Oh, you have to, for sure.
Because this is back-to-back years of failure. If the Yankees are a kind of World Series or bust. Where, again, the Jays, I'm curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Would you call this year right now? I think you can call this season for the Blue Jays successful.
Well, that's what I was going to try and spit out. We all admit that the Yankees failed. The $1 million question is, has the Jays succeeded?
Yes.
I say, in my opinion, yes, because you look at how bad they were not just last year, but years since with Guerrero and Brissett era. They've been pretty bad since they got rid of Price and Donaldson and Jose Bautista and all these great guys. I think if Tulowitzki, Kevin Pillar, I think if they kept that team one more year, I think it could have done some damage. But the thing is, they didn't, so they could draft guys like Brissett and sign young guys like Guerrero. And now we're finally seeing it paid off.
And I got to say, too, the Nathan Lucas story is just magical.
Oh, it's incredible.
Over 3,000 at-bats in AAA. And now he's hitting clinching hits
Buffalo
in Yankee Stadium.
I hope to God you didn't have a window.
And look, I agree with you, Will. I think the Yankees they need to make adjustments before, because all of a sudden, if this team continues to be mediocre in the playoffs, what do you do if all of a sudden Aaron Judge says, trade me? Because if you lose Aaron Judge all of a sudden, this team, man, it could just be a complete disaster.
Aaron Judge will never be traded. Like,
Dan, you can never say never. Everyone, no, hold on. If you asked a Leaf fan in '92, would Wendell Clark be traded? They would have said Wendell Clark would never be traded. If you said back in the '90s, Wayne Gretzky will be traded by the Oilers, they think you're on crack.
No. Wayne Gretzky was never really a hockey player. He wanted a Hollywood lifestyle. Okay, we get that. Aaron Judge has the Hollywood lifestyle. He has all these Bolson deals to be in the mecca of baseball. Why would he leave? He probably makes more money off endorsements than what he does playing.
Okay, but so Will's wondering what improvements would we make to the Yankees? Look, I really think it's that infield. I really think it's that infield. I think the infield is the number one problem in New York.
And coaching.
Look, I think the infield is even a bigger problem.
I finally got it. Jacob, I got the picture here if we want to go over it here.
So, I'm going to say this right now. Jazz Chisholm Jr. has to be gone.
Yeah, he makes a big...
Okay, I'm going to be honest. This whole infield is not that good. No one that is on this infield that excites me in New York.
Goldschmidt's not bad. I know he had a rough postseason, but
he's okay at best.
His numbers were looking.
But Lane is not bad, good enough in New York.
No,
clearly not.
But I think your biggest concern should be second base and shortstop. Not going to be honest. I don't know enough about baseball to figure out who the heck to bring in. So I know they should sign Bo Bichette if he doesn't sign with the Jays.
I was just going to say that. That's who you're probably going after.
So honestly, if I'm looking at this lineup, to be honest, if I went down Jason Dominguez left field, that's got to improve. He didn't even play, so that's one right there. Bellinger, he was okay. He's still pretty good. So I mean,
I don't know. That Aaron Judge was only okay.
Aaron Judge is fine. Oswaldo Cabrera, third base. I know they got Ryan McMahon, so you could put that in there, but still, like, I don't know, that's good enough. Volpe, he's god-awful. He struck out almost every at-bat. He's the one who makes 90% of the errors on that infield. Like, he's got to go. Chisholm, I think, could stay, but he's got to...
What?
I think he could stay.
Oh, my. Wayne, you've had way more than one can of that beer. To say Chisholm can stay is ludicrous. He was terrible. He's been... Chisholm Jr. and Volpe are the main reasons why they didn't win the division and didn't win this series. Because let's be honest, if the Yankees won this division, this could have been a different outcome.
For sure, home field would have helped the Yankees.
I mean, you got 30 home runs.
I don't care. Lane, we all... Okay. Austin Matthews scored 69 goals in the regular season.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Did we care? No.
Captain and the
Yankees don't care about regular season success. World Series or bust with a AAA infield. It's not good enough.
Their catcher scares me too because Ben Rice.
Yeah, I was going to say that's where I would improve.
Austin Wells isn't that bad.
He's not great.
He's no Kirk.
Jumping down comments because this is time friendly, but Lane.
I don't know. I'm just saying, if I had to pick two positions,
I really like is the word on the street. The coach is saying, "Do what makes you great." The team needs that sort of message. Yeah. So in all honesty, I'm
just saying. My point
to start the year, I thought the Jays were absolutely insane for keeping Schneider as their coach.
I did too.
I didn't like it when at one point his comment was, "The sky's not effing falling," but he was right. The sky wasn't falling. Mind you, I wish he would stop swearing because I understand what it's like for editors who have to go back for like a 3-hour file just to cut one bloody swear word. It's annoying, but at the end of the day, like,
not everyone's a nun like you, Jacob.
Nothing to do with being a nun, Dan. It has nothing to do with the CRTC and the FCC. They're the nuns. But you're looking and like if you're the Yankees, I think the coach has got to go. Yeah. And you have to fix their shortstop and second base. Lane, I get what you're saying about left field. I get what you're saying about catcher.
I think it's worse.
I don't think you can fix everything at once. So,
but my question is, why
are both?
I'm just saying, I think left field is more of a priority than second
base. I don't.
Dominguez didn't even play. He sits on the bench. He's
okay, but Lane, at the end of the day, where were the errors that cost you this game? Were they left field or were they second base and shortstop?
There was one.
Oh, I got another point.
Was one today? What big error was today from left field?
He just couldn't even play though. That's what I'm saying. He's their starting left field. He doesn't please out. He's so bad. He doesn't even play.
I have not $1 million question, but a $750 million question. Is this because they lost Soto to the New York Mets?
No.
Yeah, honestly.
No.
Honestly.
I wonder. You gotta wonder.
If you put Soto at shortstop.
That's what I'm saying.
Instead of Volpe? That's not a dumb question, honestly.
Now, comments back to the Wayne Gretzky comments. Wayne doesn't want that anymore, though. Anytime there's a huge skate and a greet for any big-name hockey fans, Gretzky refuses to be a part of it. He doesn't want to steal the thunder. Could you say that's stealing the thunder, or do you say he doesn't give back to the community, right? It can be taken in two different ways. I'm going to call it out.
Yeah. Usually I'm the one that calls out Mr. the Great One, as people like to call him.
I literally want to bang my head into the wall on how bad the Yankees are needing so much improvements.
Yeah, I know, eh?
And, Lane, you're fired up!
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying.
You should have seen Lane earlier today. Holy cow, he was on the move.
And Adam's agreeing with the Soto comment, but
It's not.
It's okay, so sure. If they were able to keep Soto, and I gotta wonder how Soto's feeling. He didn't even make the playoffs. Refused to sign with the Jays.
Yeah, one game.
Because he said, "Oh, I want to go to a team that has a chance of winning."
Well, let's face it, we got Soto. We probably would have not. We signed Gladdy, so it probably worked out in the end.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, Jacob, are you ready for this? I'm just saying, I understand what you're saying, but listen to these stats before you freak out at me. Jason Dominguez, the guy who is supposed to be their starting left fielder, who again didn't play at any point in these 4 games, was a .257 average, 10 home runs, 47 RBIs, and only 90 hits. That's horrible. And
you had Bellinger playing left field today.
But I'm just saying that's how bad this guy is. Like he is actually supposed to be their starting left fielder, and he's so bad they have to take people from other positions and put them there.
Your bigger problem's your infield. Your biggest problem.
Am I crazy, Dan?
I see your point, Lane. I really do. I think the infield.
Like imagine Varsho was in the starting lineup and he couldn't hit and he couldn't field, and he's like saying, "Well, they got to get a better pitcher." Like, no, they need to get a better center fielder.
I think it's coaching. I think it came down to coaching for the Yankees. I really do. So we all see this in a different perspective, which that's what makes it so amazing at the infield, right?
Infield, the most errors out of any infield in the league.
Oh, you got Adam off your game.
You are basically EA Sports because you're in the game. And Adam, I do agree with you that Judge missed batting behind Soto, sure, but look, Guerrero and Bichette weren't on the field at all together this series. It didn't matter. Superstar players do superstar things, and I'm not saying, by the way, that Judge did not have a superstar series. I thought he was incredible.
Well, he played amazing.
I know we don't. He's already.
Lane was freaking out with your brother.
Okay, I know we don't have the song yet, but I do have a gas or ass. I know we don't have the video file, but I do have a little.
Yeah.
Okay, gas or ass. Does Bo Bichette start the ALCS? Gas or ass?
Ass.
I don't think I'm not a doctor, but
yeah, I'm thinking ass too.
I'm saying gas.
Do you think he'll be on the roster for the LCS?
Oh, gas, 100%. He'll be on the roster.
I think.
But the way I look at it,
will he though?
Oh yeah, dude, 100%.
Will he though?
Dude, if you're dying down, about to get eliminated, you don't care if Bissett walks out there with one leg.
Yeah,
he's walking out there. I just think it's like if you can win without Bissett and give him the West,
Dan. 1 second.
Why not?
But hold on. We were just talking 10 minutes ago. Do you mess with the winning formula? If Bo Bichette still can't walk on his feet, if he's barely looking.
Yeah, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. If the Jays are down in the series for not winning formula anymore.
But you got to take
Dan Lane saying game 1.
That's why I said game 1 ass. He will not start game 1.
No, I said, do you take someone off to put him on the roster if you know he can't play the first 2 or 3 games?
Yes.
I don't know, though. You
No.
just talked about missing with a winning formula. If you know he can barely walk still, and you're going to have to take out like a...
What does Santander
Miles
do this
Straw.
series?
Santander
matter.
actually had multiple at bats that kept pitchers out there longer, and a couple. Santander played better than Springer.
That's
did.
true. That's true.
Also, Adam's pointing out a very good point that he just started jogging. He's not no Nick
Right.
Arbuckle that's gonna heal from an injury that should take a month and 9 days
Yeah.
to then break his arm.
I don't know. It's a valid question.
Oh,
of
it is
course-
valid
Of
question.
course,
for sure.
I want him on the lineup, but I'm just thinking we've been talking about messing with a winning lineup all night. And, if this guy, if you're still evaluating him and it's Friday and you have to submit that roster and you're like,
It's Friday
Eh.
night. That's what we
Never-
do on the decks. We friendly, by the way, but friendly battle
you
each
guys
other
kind
out.
of get
Right?
what I'm getting at? Like, you kind
Oh,
of
for
see
sure.
see where I'm coming from now?
I
if you
do
want-
get your point. I really do. I don't know. For me, I look at it. Yeah, it's great that they beat the Yankees, but I think arguably Seattle or Detroit could be a tougher competition for
But
them.
Dan, you went on to me that this team was a success before the playoffs even started because they won the division.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I disagreed with you, but they have now won a series
Yep.
with the lineup the way it is.
Yep.
If Bo Bichette is not capable to do what Bo Bichette can do, you don't play him. I don't know if a 70% Bo Bichette helps his team win.
I don't
Like
know.
you said, Jacob, if Ovechkin had no goals in 15 games,
I'm talking about a cold streak, not an injury.
I get what you're saying.
Also, I'm just going to say it. Hockey players are completely different athletes than baseball players.
Dan,
That's
you
no
gotta remember,
disrespect.
this guy's
Same-
not going to be.
I like
with
Will's
football
comment,
players.
though. That's funny.
But look, Will, I got to agree with you. If I was a Yankees fan, I probably would put my head through a wall
We'll probably have to hear
Because-
from Peter soon.
because that was just to get such a good start from a rookie pitcher to not be able to do
Well, that's
anything
true,
with it.
too. Yeah.
Like, however you pronounce that guy's name, which I don't want to say
Schlittler.
in case I say it wrong.
Schlittler.
Schlittler. There we go.
Oh,
And Key, don't
super.
worry. We are always feeling your comments at the desk. It's like your comments are in Braille. That's how much we're feeling them. But, but look, at the end of the day, like, when you're asking about Bichette, I don't know. Like, if Adam, which I'm assuming Adam isn't lying, he
He
seems
was-
like an honest bloke.
He was jogging today,
If he's
but
just starting jogging, and let's say the J series, would start
Sunday.
Saturday
Sunday.
or Sunday.
And
He's
you gotta
probably
submit
not going to
your
play.
You got to submit your roster. If I could, you could correct me. I think you got to submit it on Friday.
Okay, I'll say this. I think Bo Bichette plays in this series.
So you would
Actually-
put him on the roster.
Call me crazy. I like this whole rule of baseball. I have to submit the roster for the series.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
well,
okay,
well,
whoa, time out, Hamilton. So if I submit the roster, a game 1 roster, I can't change it for game 2.
No. Nope.
Correct.
Oh,
That's the rule of baseball.
Papa
I learned
Molly,
about
I'm
too.
sweating. I'm not sure what I do now. Don't
That's
ask.
my
This
point.
is what I was asking.
Right.
Oh,
And
blame
I'm
me.
looking
Oh.
at you look at the issue of the NHL with Vegas and Tampa cheating with the long-term
There
injury
wasn't cheating
reserve.
technically.
If they added this rule into hockey, it would change the whole playoff format. It
Oh,
really
my-
would make things
I don't
interesting.
know now.
Now you see my point. That's what I'm saying. I would
Yeah, but
gladly
then you got to
take
take
out
somebody out.
someone.
You got to hope that he. But here's my point now. Okay, yeah, you're right. You could take out Isaiah.
Let's
Kiner
take
for
out
left.
Kirk. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Let's just say, for example,
What?
you take out Isaiah Kiner for left. Okay, you put in Bo
But he's
Bichette.
so good defensively.
But he's so good
And
defensively.
he's so fast.
They screwed up a game 3 pretty good.
Okay,
No,
one
it's
game.
Badger.
He was fine tonight.
Dude, look at you flip me out a couple hours ago because of that one game screw up.
Does it matter now?
Chargers was worse.
No.
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
You know, it's funny,
Well,
right?
can they just say that, like, if Bichette's healthy, then another guy stubbed his toe, so
No.
they got to fill the spot?
No. When someone
No,
did,
it's not like hockey.
there's
Like
no
baseball, they actually
substitutions.
will penalize you for cheating, right? Like
there's
you
no
will get caught.
substitutions whatsoever.
Not
Well,
like hockey where you can,
can you dress one less pitcher?
Nope.
You can't do that.
Once you submit the roster, it's finalized. You have to submit it for the
Make
whole
the
series.
change while you can before the bomb explodes.
So, Jacob, I guess you're leading with Dan. You would put him on just in case. You
That's
would
what
take
I'm
somebody
saying.
else?
Nice sound
No.
effects.
No, you wouldn't.
If I don't think he can play by at least give me not. I'm not a doctor. I don't have all the information. If they tell me Bichette is healthy by, let's say, game 3, he's in my lineup.
But
If
you
they
can't
say they
do
don't think
that.
Bichette's healthy till game 5 to game 5, he's not in my lineup.
Yeah, but
Maybe
like you
there's some kind
can't
of rain
change it
dance there.
halfway through. You have
That's
to
a
do it
stupid
before game 1.
Later.
No, but Dan, you're not understanding what I'm.
No, I get
getting
what you
at.
say, but either way, it's a gamble.
It is a gamble, but it's almost. I think it's more of a gamble to put him in your lineup and then you can't play him.
Yeah, that's bad.
But he's a franchise player. We're not
But you
just
Don't
talking,
worry, Key. I would never actually take.
We're
But
that.
then
not
you're
just talking about one-dimensional players.
But
We're
Dan,
just
he's not
talking
gonna
about
play, and then
defensive
you're short
But
of a
specialists.
player.
Dan,
Or
if
a
he's,
home run hitter, or a base hitter. He does all 3.
If you
but
can,
can he do all 3 if he can't move?
Okay, let me rephrase this question. If you're the Yankees and Aaron Judge is in this situation, if Aaron Judge cannot throw the ball, are you still putting him as a designated hitter? 100%.
Different situation because Aaron Judge is the best hitter in baseball.
And Bo Bichette's the best shortstop in baseball.
Not the best hitter though. So
he's
you're
up
telling
there.
me you want George Springer out to put Bo Bichette
No, I'm not saying I'll
at
take
DH?
Joe Springer out, but
No,
I would
if you're
consider-
saying you want Bichette as the DH, I mean, I guess then I guess what you could do in theory, you could put Bichette at DH, Springer in the outfield. You know, he's hardly played outfield all year, and take
But he
Santander out of the lineup, which I wouldn't do that.
that's what I would do.
That would be idiotic because Springer's only played the outfield like twice in like the last 3 months.
'Cause
I
Springer's
get it,
slow
but
now.
he's a veteran guy.
He's too slow.
He's slow. Like,
And I don't
really
mean slow like me not realizing you can't change the lineup, but I mean like
Let me look at what day you can submit the lineup. Let me look at what.
look, okay, you know what then? I'm gonna say no. I think you don't put Bichette in your lineup. I don't think you can. I honestly thought you could because he was injured, you could put him back in.
No, that's why they.
But if
couldn't
you
put him
can't, then no, he can't be in your lineup. You can't risk it.
Yeah.
Because what are you
true,
doing all of
right?
a sudden?
I'm just saying I would. I'm a Wix taker. I'm a gambler, right? That's what I would do.
But
You know.
okay, what are my other lad analysts at? Who other laser hoping Bichette comes back with the long hair again? Oh yeah, well you know what?
I'm down
Dan?
for that. I'm not
Dan,
a lady by any
you
means.
are our fashionista out of the group. You also like
Mhm.
to see men without their shirts on.
Well,
so
especially William
Bichette,
Nylander. He's gorgeous.
hair long or hair short?
100% long. He wears their long hair very, very well. You know, like with the short hair, I get he looks all professional and clean and everything, but he looks like a different dude. And I get like he's been playing well with the short hair, but for a playoff one, why not bring back the hair?
I'm gonna say this: if he was playing well before, then you got to leave it. But I do get the long hair, like AJ Ouellette was.
Okay, like, look at Mr. Daskell. Imagine he got rid of his hair. Like he's gorgeous. He
He
can't
wouldn't
do
do that mid
mid
playoff series, so
Well, it's like a playoff series at the decks here. You know, we're doing important episodes, right? Just like I save off. You know, you gotta keep the hair going.
So the
but no, that's
rosters.
just, I'm
you have
still
some-
really. Go ahead.
I have
Then.
a little bit of information just so we're clear. The
Let
rosters
me be clear.
for this series is due the morning of game 1. So they do
Right.
have till Sunday morning to make their roster. And they have to put 26 players, and they have to submit it the day of the first game. So it means they would have till Sunday, the first day. That's I just looked. I wanted to get
Well,
some
I guess then you
clarification.
basically for Bichette, you got to see where he's at by Saturday night.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. We'll either know. Well, you'll know right away. Like if he's not there on Sunday, it basically meant we still don't think he's ready. And if they it may or maybe they do take that risk, like Dan's saying, and they do take out an Isaiah Kiner Falefa, in the hopes that maybe we can throw him in game
I don't
3,
think you
game
do. 'Cause I
4.
think the Jays are built to round the depth, not start.
I'm
power.
taking out Santander. I like the guy. I'm not trying to diss the
No.
guy. I agree he made some big hits.
No,
But you basically won the division this year without him,
doesn't
True.
matter.
right? I mean, you missed him practically the whole year. and I guess a nice addition having him. But my choices are having like a 50% Bo Bichette or 100% Santander. I'm taking Bo Bichette.
No. Santander's he's got that swing power.
Oh, I get it. He's a power hitter, but he hasn't demonstrated that for the Jays yet.
I thought he had some really good bats in this series, though. Look, I think and again, to go back to Adam's point, he just started jogging.
Yeah, but on Sunday, maybe he's running a marathon.
I doubt it, Dan.
4 days?
No, I don't know.
He could barely. You should have seen him limping after he was jogging.
Well, it's like what Jacob said. Maybe by game 3 or by game 7, he can win again.
But Dan, by game 7, you're literally sure. No, and unless he takes a major turn over the next 48 hours, then it's a no, dog.
So kind of like a Chad Kelly situation.
Kind of, yeah.
Actually, that is a prime example. Look at Chad Kelly, what the Argos did. If they shut him down from the beginning, design the offense around Nick Arbuckle from day one, they probably make the playoffs.
See, I came up with that. I actually came up with a good guess for us here.
You did. I'm very proud of you, Lane.
Yeah. We've had some really...
Yeah, Will, I kind of agree with you. I don't like it that you got to make the lineup for the whole series now. Because it's taking...
Sunday morning. Well, not now, but...
It's taking potentially the best shortstop in baseball out of this series.
Yeah, but it keeps the teams honest. We talk about the NHL, about how Vegas and Florida...
So you got to do your game day roster 24 hours, like what they do in football.
Like, Dan, imagine they put Bo Bichette in this series... thinking, well, maybe he can come back, and they never did. You know what I mean?
Well, you didn't need him, but I would have felt a little more confident.
But you would have argued put him in.
Okay, but then what do you do now? You do that, you make that decision, and now when you needed kind of Falefa in this game today, who did make a nice play to get one of you to help on one of the outs, he's not there.
Well, that's why I'm not taking him out. I'm taking out Santander.
Okay. You desperately need of a sac fly. Santander sitting on the bench. He's your only power hitter left, and instead
George
you got
did the same thing today.
Yeah, but so you're saying you want George Springer coming off the bench, and not
well,
as a
I'm just
DH?
saying, like
no, exactly. You're not thinking critically. You need a balance in the lineup, which is why the Jays have had so much success this year because the lineup is so balanced.
Yeah, I get that.
So keep the balance and. Look, if Bo Bichette was running around and chasing chickens and looking all good in the hood, then I'd absolutely say put him in your lineup.
You need big players for big game moments.
You have big
going
players.
Into the American League Finals. Okay, this is about as big as it gets besides the World Series.
I gotta agree with Key here. I think Jimenez is a very underrated player.
Oh, for sure. He's a great defensive
And look,
player.
like Dan, for example, you were calling out saying, why is Jimenez even going up to bat? And then he got a key hit.
I did. Yep, that's true.
And he's got speed. So what do you say now? You don't put Jimenez in the lineup to maybe have Bichette. You're desperate for a pinch runner, and you can't put in Jimenez, who's one of your fastest players, in your lineup. It's different than hockey. It's a different sport. You need your bench players.
I do have a little bit of information here that I just saw on Milwaukee.
The team will suffer with the lineup and no changes able to be made. Yeah,
good point, Will.
So Jacob,
I don't know how much. I don't like the idea if you have to set your lineup for the whole series.
I do have some information. This helps, but this is coming from
investigating information.
So I just saw this question and I got it answered. What happens if a player gets injured during a playoff series? A team can replace an injured player through permission from the commissioner's office. But once a player is removed from a playoff roster, he's ineligible for that series and the next series. In other words, if a team replaced someone midway through the series, not only would he be able to play that, but he wouldn't even be able to play in the World Series. So let's just say if Vladimir Guerrero got hurt, then I thought he was going to be out 2 games. They brought in Bo Bichette, who they didn't put on the roster. They go to the commissioner, and he's like, yeah, okay, cool, you can do that. But now you get Bichette, but now you lose Guerrero for the rest of that series and the World Series. And it still has to get approved.
Yeah, that's crazy. It might not get approved. It's like probably 50-50 shot at best, right? Because I said baseball is a lot more strict. Like, you can't really cheat the system in baseball like you can in hockey.
That's crazy.
Then again, I think I'm saying no.
Wow. Interesting.
I think it's too risky.
We have great conversations here on the decks, right? We get different opinions and different views from all three of us and people in the comments too. So,
and the great thing is, we're much better than the Views album by Drake.
Well, that was a good album. What are you talking about?
That album's okay.
Oh, boo! Had the CN Tower and everything. Has a legendary songs. Come on, bro.
Maple Leafs.
Yeah, we can definitely get into some Leaf talk. And
well, the comments are talking Jays, so we talk what you guys want to talk about.
And remember to like and subscribe to all our social medias.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Like, if you don't, Dan will literally cry.
Oh, literally. And we got more great things coming, right? We got a Twitter.
Cry.
We got X account coming.
Don't call me a liar. Dan, cry.
What
was that?
Yeah, what was that?
Mitch Marner after failing again.
Oh, baseball lineups and not being able to make changes make my blood boil. Ooh. It's the most absolute pile of junk. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm on Will's side. This is worse than the CFL Ross. This is worse than the CFL ratio.
Whoa.
This is just idiotic. To punish a team. So, like, if I run out of players.
By the way, you know what's funny?
Disappointing cry there, Dan. I've seen better from Detective Adam.
Well, I don't have onions here. Like, what am I supposed to do? Cut a bunch of onions?
Yes.
I do have a funny thing I just thought about.
Go ahead, Lane.
The last time, in the same year, we literally had the Leafs win a playoff series and the Jays win a regular season game. Now it's the Jays winning a playoff series and the Leafs winning a regular season game in the same year.
Yeah.
Woo!
Pretty amazing. If only the Argos would get everything.
I was at the Jays game when they won, and then the Leafs beat Ottawa to advance the second round. Now the Leafs are advancing around.
That's why I was there with you.
Yeah,
exactly.
But look, at the end of the day,
that's where we met.
I think at the end of the day, though, the Jays got to be happy. They have some tough decisions to make over the next couple of days. But
I guess they're good problems to have.
They're good problems to have, and everyone's going to be watching that Seattle versus Detroit game tomorrow.
So let's ask that question. What team do you want between those two?
I hate this question.
Okay, not want. Okay, let me rephrase that. What team out of these two are going to win, Detroit or Seattle?
Detroit.
I'm calling Seattle.
I'm not answering.
No. What do you think, Lane? Who's going to win, Detroit or Seattle?
Detroit.
Because
everybody from the 313, put your motherfucking hands up and follow me.
Let's hope that.
Well, he stands tough. Notice that this man did not have his hands up. This free world's got you gassed up. No one's afraid of the big bad wolf.
I think people might be booing the Yankees today, but yeah.
Okay.
Oh, how can you cry with that smile? Also, let's talk arenas. I was at the Saddle Dome last night, and it was not that bad. I get what they're saying about the structure, but I'm just saying I left the place in one piece. Well, key number one, very happy that you were safe after leaving the Saddle Dome in Calgary, because they are building a new stadium there. And I think it's more in that stadium is just so out of date. I think by the time they update everything, I think it's literally cheaper for them just to rebuild.
I'm thinking a new football arena because I was at the Saddle Dome Fairgrounds. Sorry, not Saddle Dome. I was at the Stampede Fairgrounds. I'm thinking a new arena, football arena there too, because it's on the fairgrounds as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Calgary, the Stampeders definitely do need a new stadium too.
Right, so they're rebuilding the whole. So
Will's definitely from the 313.
Yeah, exactly.
Vegas Golden Knights was like 3-1.
I like Will's comment. He says none of them. He doesn't want any of the teams to make it. He wants the Jays to cruise the World Series. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That is a great answer, Will. But look, I think I really don't see. I will say, if Detroit loses tomorrow, the Tigers, there has to be changes. They blew such a huge lead of the division.
That's what I'm
And-
saying. I think the Tigers are kind of like the Yankees, but just in the other division. Like, I get for not the
You know
Mecca
what?
of baseball by
Here's
any
my
means.
theory right now.
Oh, we got
no,
a
no.
breaking. Hold on.
Whoa.
Hold
Hold up.
on. We got some. Jacob, you got some music for me? I got some breaking news. You're gonna want to hear this one. All right, we got some breaking news. As of 20 minutes ago, the Edmonton Oilers have signed Jack Roslovic.
Whoa!
Just popped up on my phone. Elliot
That's
Friedman
why
reported-
Connor McDavid took the pay cut.
Maybe.
Wow.
That's a huge
Doesn't help
signing.
him goaltending, though.
Oh, it helps with their center depth, and they needed it.
Center, I was a winner, but
I thought
Oh,
you
he's a
said-
center.
oh, so my bad. Wow.
I just
How
see
much
that-
money?
Does he get towards that 10 million mark?
I don't see it
well-
on Sportsnet yet. I don't know if it's official.
It is. Elliot Friedman tweeted it.
Well, he Freeman tweets a whole bunch of things.
He's not going to tweet something that didn't happen.
Well, he
Yeah.
hasn't passed.
But
Still waiting with Glenn Murray being Maple Leaf.
Will, I will say this because Will's agreeing with me about the Tigers, and here's my theory. Okay, the Florida Panthers just have won two Stanley Cups. They're a cat. The Hamilton Tiger Cats are currently leading the East in the CFL. They're a cat. The BC Lions are the best scoring team in the Canadian Football League. They're a cat. The Detroit
Meow.
Tigers, never mind that. The Detroit Lions in the NFL are one of the most entertaining teams to watch in sports. They're a cat.
Is it the
The
year
Detroit
of the cat?
Tigers will win this series because, meow, they're a cat. And Eminem supports them. They have the rap god himself. But I'll be very curious to see what Jack Roslovic pulls in
I'm going to see if I can find
financially.
it.
How much financial gain?
Jacob, this is not the year
Wow,
of
I
the cat
got it.
votes. I
I
think you're
got
on
it.
track.
1.5 million.
How much?
Exactly what every Oilers had left in cap space. 1.5 million for 1 year.
That's all he signed him for?
Yep.
I always holding out for 10 million, some crazy things.
TSN just tweeted it.
I guess he decided he wants the money. I mean, he wants to win the cup. He doesn't
1
care
year
Yeah, but
about
still
ago,
don't have a goalie.
1.5 million AAV. Yep. If it's
I don't get how they're going to win without a goalie.
magic.
Magic, yeah.
They're just
Yeah,
gonna
wow.
make the world dance. He don't care about the price tag.
so they literally just
Not
gave
about
him
that.
every-
Cha-chang, cha-chang.
That's a good song, by the way.
It is. You know what though?
Yeah, it's a good
It's really
song.
interesting to see how many players are taking discounts versus how many players aren't taking discounts.
Well,
Look
it's
at Jack
funny.
Eichel,
I'll just
13 and a
say it
half.
here, this is living proof of who's who and what's what. We're
Living
seeing
proof.
who wants to win and who wants to make money. Connor
Yeah.
McDavid wants to win. Kaprizov wants to make money.
And
Lane,
Robbie-
you need to get more fired up.
What?
Get the beers in there. Chug, 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 but don't drink and drive.
Well, good thing I'm not going where baby.
Look, you know what? I love this signing for Edmonton. The only concern I have is what Dan
Goaltending.
just pointed out. Who the hell is going to be in net? You still
I
have
guess
two
Ekholm
AHL
at this
goalies.
point.
You got what's that guy?
Skinner?
Didn't you get Connor Ingram? Didn't they get Ingram?
Sure.
Yeah, but come on. He's not going to answer anything.
Not terrible.
I'll say it here on the decks. That does nothing. Oh, maybe we'll get James Weimer.
They might.
I can see
Okay,
that.
so Key saying the best players have the same pay rate though. Let the guy keep his shave. He wants to play with more talented guys because he knows his worth. Toronto is chirping just because they want Matthews to make as much as they can, saying call him just as good as McDavid, simply because of his earnings. Sorry, not sorry.
The
Well,
difference
thank you
is
very
that-
much, Demi Lovato.
The
But
difference is Matthews won't take a pay cut to make the team better.
and I'm not saying it's you guys. I'm more saying it's the lead mad at McDavid kind of funny. Okay, so
Captain
What do we
under
actually?
punch.
Okay, so what do we actually think? What do you guys think about the McDavid deal? We haven't had a chance to talk.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I absolutely love it. McDavid has said to Edmonton, "I'll have you I give you 3 years to win a cup. If not, I'm gone.
And you know,
But I
Zach
will
Cole
stay at the
signed
same
for 3
salary,
years.
so you can have money to bring in players."
That's what I think it is.
But that Cole contract was a great deal too. He's worth a lot more than $4 million. We don't
And
know
look,
that.
you know what? I'm going to call it out. This never started with Connor McDavid. This started with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins taking his salary.
Yep.
That's right.
The Nuge!
Kind of like a Maple
Three
Leaf
points
fan. It
tonight.
started with John Tavares.
He
It
got
all started
3
with a big
points tonight.
bang.
What?
He's got a goal and 2 assists tonight.
For Nudes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing
Edmonton
really
is
well.
probably going to pull something out of their bag and throw us a curveball.
Oh,
A little baseball analogy, okay? You know what? Maybe it is a James Reimer. In all honesty, it could be Optimus Rhymes.
Actually, we're all saying this is a John Tavares effect or I knew a Hawkins effect. Do you know who really effect this is? This comes back as Sidney Crosby. Sidney Crosby started all of this in hockey, a franchise player not taking the max cap. And they had that rule of thumb of Chris Letang, Evgeny Malkin, all not taking more money than Crosby. And they are now set the record in professional sports to play 20 years together as a threesome. Not trying to say something rude there, but as a triplets. So I don't know get any better. But anyway, it's like they really set that example. And now we're seeing guys like Connor McDavid doing the same thing. John Tavares doing the same thing. Because Sidney Crosby won 3 Stanley Cups by taking a pay cut. Again,
Okay,
not
so
trying to say
I got a
anything
question
rude
quickly,
there.
Dan. Did Colorado make a mistake not just giving Rannon that $12.5 million?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
You know why? The rumor is Nate just wants 11.
Yeah, so all that for what, $1 million?
And Nate just is not nearly as good.
No, now you didn't get a goal the other night because I picked McKinnon in my Timmy's pool and Nate just got the goal instead. I'm like, no.
Whoa!
We
have a Sidney Crosby hater in the
Whoa, that doesn't happen often.
Sidney Crosby is a crybaby. He
was at the beginning of his career.
Always will.
Remember he used to do that whole snap thing every time he took someone trying to
I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth.
I literally thought he was going to lose his head.
I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth.
Now, see, maybe a Bo Bichette not the long hair would look good, but on Sidney Crosby, it didn't look good.
Wow, I think that's the first time we've got Sidney Crosby hate in the comments on the island.
On the deck.
I mean, on the desk. No island.
Oh, gosh, Jacob.
You know what? It's okay. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
But yeah, are we happy with the Leafs play tonight?
I think I agree with Armstrong in the second intermission where he said the Leafs didn't play with enough hate. I mean, for possibly the fattest lineup in Leaf history at 211 pounds, and like they hardly hit. Okay, you got Dakota Joshua and Nicholas Roy. And sorry, I don't think it's 150 pounds soaking wet, so he doesn't count. But you got these like tough guys to be a tougher lineup to beat the Florida Panthers tough team. They didn't do anything. They didn't beat Montreal tonight.
You got William Nylander 3 points, John Tavares 2 points, Morgan Riley 2 points.
I'm talking about the Fatsos here. What did they do?
Point. What did the big guys do? How about Steven Lorentz 2 assists?
Matthews is big, so yeah, he got to do that. It's Steven Lorentz. I love Steven Lorentz. He's a
Marcelli, an assist. Matty Nyes, an assist.
Did you see that, Matt?
Stolarz, 31.
By the way,
29 saves.
Did you see that Matthew Nyes assist? Oh,
no, it was sick. I did see that. It was beautiful.
Hey, look, I'm also saying too. How about the the first play on that in the first place is also Marcelli doing a quick stop to get the open space.
Oh, I could have made that pass, bud.
No, you couldn't have, Dan.
Yeah, I could.
We have Detective Adam. Could have been better. Lots of mistakes. Was the first game. Would have rather played Cowboy than Robertson. Okay, thank you. Look, I think you got to give Nick Robertson a shot. I will say this though.
He was bad again.
No. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Hold up.
I hope Toronto doesn't make the same mistake the Edmonton Elks made and they don't leave Robertson in the lineup too long if he's not working. It's kind of like Trey Ford getting those 5 starts. It basically cost you your year. Now, I understand Toronto, you're going to say he's a third line. It's not going to cost you a year. But Toronto now is built for depth, right? You know what? The core four doesn't exist anymore. So you have a deeper lineup. So by having that deeper lineup, you have to make sure that you get contributions from that third line, especially. That third line had a pretty quiet night. So, I mean, it's nice to see Max Domi with 4 shots. But yeah, I think you might see Cowan in for Saturday.
The lineup's also unbalanced about Scott Laughton. I was so happy we got him on trade deadline last year, and he's going to make a difference in this lineup.
I would say improvements are needed and evaluated going forward. Are they needed? Yes. But will they happen? No. Okay.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
That's tough. Like, it's tough to... It was first game of the year. They did win. 2 empty netters at the end of the day.
Stolar's rebound control wasn't the best.
Yeah, I agree with that. Still, but I mean, again, he didn't play much in the preseason. Goalies always struggle a bit at first.
And you gotta give the Leafs credit where credit's due. Montreal is a good team, and I think Montreal's going to be even better.
According to the broadcast, they're like, "Oh, they're having another slow start. The season's over."
Who said that?
What game?
Who said that?
Someone on the broadcast.
Oh, I forget about it. I mean, I think Noah Dobson.
Forget about it.
I think Noah Dobson was the missing piece to that Montreal team, you know? And I think Montreal is going to have a much better year this year. And not that they were bad last year. They were pretty good last year. But I think always considering, you got to give the Leafs credit where credit was due. They got the victory, right? They won a good defensive battle against a better Montreal team. So, you know, first game of the year was pretty good. I just want to see a little more.
Caden Primo playing? Is Caden Primo playing on Saturday?
Yeah, probably.
Because you got games today.
Why not play Starloffs?
Because you have games Saturday.
Why not try to get points easy off the beginning?
Can I finish? Jeez Louise.
You can't. Well,
so the Leafs play Detroit on Saturday, Detroit on Monday, Nashville on Tuesday, and Stolarz just played on Wednesday. So you really want Stolarz to play Wednesday, Saturday, and then either Monday or Tuesday. No, I think I want Primo taking the Saturday game. So, because remember too, Saturday game is the Monday game's at 4:00.
I don't know.
And yeah, hey, Lane.
That's what I was laughing.
Will was wondering if you're having your nap.
No, I was just reading about that. I want to make sure, confirm the Roslovic contract.
It's not official yet, so
I
think you jumped the gun, bud.
But no, I think Caden Primo, I don't want... Stolarz has injury problems, so what if we play him 3 games and 3 out of 4 in the first ones, and then all of a sudden Stolarz...
Yeah, but can't we all admit it's easier to get the points at the beginning of the year?
I don't care.
Can't we all admit the Leafs are not
winning the division means nothing in the NHL. Who cares? I want Stolarz healthy. Healthy.
I agree.
Wow.
Yes, thank you, Will. Let me talk.
He is the animal.
Look, as the cool kids say. And look, also,
6-7, bro.
Evaluate Primo because he hasn't played a preseason game with you because you just got him. You need, there's no timeline on Joseph Woll. So
that's true, yeah.
Between Primo and Hildeby, who's the guy?
Yeah,
I think Hildeby needs some more time in the AHL, so I think it's got to be Primo.
I guess it's better to start Primo beginning of the year.
No, I want to start Primo tonight. It would have been idiotic.
No, I know, but I mean like earlier in this year, right?
So let's give him a start Saturday on the road.
Point. I agree with that.
Start him in Detroit.
Yeah, I agree with that point.
Because I don't want Stolarz. Do you really want Stolarz playing Saturday at 7 and then potentially Monday at 4? And then what? You want to give Primo
less than 48 hours.
7? I will preach to you, brother.
Yeah, but then you got potentially Primo playing 2 starts, though.
Why not? I don't want Stolarz getting injured. He gets injured when he plays too many games. You want to keep Stolarz under 50 starts because you want him for the playoffs.
Sure.
Like I said, winning the division means bubkiss. Nothing.
Fair.
Who cares? Winning. When was the last time the division?
You want to make sure we still make the playoffs, though.
Dan, this oh my gosh. This
Like
team
we
will
know
make
his
the
team's
playoffs.
not going to be as good as they were last year.
Actually, the over-under for them is 102 points.
Where were they last year? 110? Like, don't you need 100 points minimum to make the playoffs nowadays? You're only getting 102. Like, that's one win. Like, that's, you know.
The Leafs will make the playoffs, guys. I don't know. I don't know how you can think that they're not going to make the playoffs. Key is running on 4 hours sleep, Mr. Moore. Y'all better know that reference. Good night. Have a good night, Key.
That's what I'll be running on tomorrow, too. I was not going to come on live because I got to get up at 5 a.m., but that's it. Yeah, I got to get up at 4:48. But
so I think we'll wrap the show up probably for the next 5 to 10 minutes. How about that, Mr. Moore?
No, all the time we got the comments coming in. Keep it going, right? This has been a great episode.
Yeah, it's like, I don't need sleep, brother.
Oh, it's just cool.
Oh! But no, I
lose a pineapple under the sea, SpongeBob SquarePants.
To make my point clearer, too, the Leafs go Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Like, that's
I agree
a lot
with
of
you
games.
now. You're right. I agree.
So I think you want to play because realistically, you probably want Stolarz to play against the Rangers again. So I think you got to give Primo maybe Saturday. If not Saturday, I don't know if I want his first start being in at home on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right?
So,
and by then, Stolarz has played Wednesday, Saturday, Monday.
Yeah.
And also, too, like, it's not like he's in, like, mid-season form.
Right.
So I don't think I'm going to risk that injury with him.
No, you make a good point.
No, I would put in Primo Saturday.
Yeah. And Primo's a decent goalie, too. We saw
there were some rumors that Stolarz wasn't even going to get the start today, that some people thought about starting to back up against Montreal to start the head against Detroit. Detroit, what?
So I'm happy Stolarz started because it was a tight game until the empty nets went in.
What do you think, Mr. Dashko? Dan thinks it should be all Stoli, the goalie.
No, I agree with you now.
Wowzers. What do you think, Lane?
I'm kind of with you. Like, if you got to play Katie Primo 2 games in the next 3 games, who cares?
I want to see him because let's say you play him Saturday and he's not very good, then maybe you want to think about playing Hill to be either Monday or Tuesday. So Will is calling it out here. The Leafs won't make it past the first round. They usually tire out and give up on playing.
Well, Austin Matthews was tired this preseason.
Right? Is it different without the core 4? That's what we're waiting for. So time will tell. Look, I don't know, but I hope the Leafs make it to. I will say, I think the Leafs again, their 3rd rounder bust this year. I think that's fair to say.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Oilers and Flames, by the way, are 3-2 Edmonton going into the second intermission.
Ooh, tight game.
Kadri's got an assist.
Well,
goal scorers are Zari and Grindin. For Calgary, for Edmonton, the Nuge has a 3-point game.
Nice.
Go for goal and 2 assists. Connor McDavid, 2 assists. Leon Draisaitl, a goal and an assist. Andrew Mangiapane, a guy that they're really hoping will bring up some secondary scoring. He has one goal for Edmonton tonight. I'm actually expecting a pretty big year from Mangiapane.
I love Mangiapane. He was a former Barrie coach back in the day. We growing up in Barrie, we saw him a lot in junior. I really like him. I think that was a great signing from Edmonton.
Hey, here you go. Stuart Skinner's allowed 2 goals on 11 shots. So,
like, as much as you need goaltending in Edmonton, you did lose a lot of secondary scoring in Corey Perry and Anderson and all of that. So you need guys like Mangiapane, and if it's Walkovich signing his wheel, you need people like that step it up.
So I think Will's going back to the Leafs here a little bit. Make necessary adjustments after the game and go from there. Don't make adjustments unless it's absolutely needed. So yeah, I think that's kind of what we're saying too in Toronto. I do wonder if Easton Cowan's going to get the game on Saturday. I think they're evaluating between Cowan and Robertson. I think they're still evaluating there. But overall, I'm happy with the Leafs win, but I do hope they play a bit.
Oh, it's official, Walkovich signing.
Yeah, we told you for like an hour.
I know. I just like having a good time. 1.5 million. That is insanity. Is so cheap. Like,
is it Vince sanity?
Yeah, like or someone that really wants the Stanley Cup. Yeah, it happened. About 12 minutes ago was official, 11:55. Wow, that's a boy. Edmonton, if they can find a goalie, whether if it's James Weimer or if it's Connor Ingram or whoever, if they can get a decent goalie, Edmonton might make it roll away again. Bring it back.
I don't know if James Reimer is the goalie that's going to take it to the promised land, Dan.
It can't be Stuart Skinner again.
I almost think I would trust Stuart Skinner more than James Reimer.
What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. We have done this.
I still think I would. Lane, who would you take, Stuart Skinner or James Reimer?
Probably Skinner, but barely.
Yeah, Barry, exactly.
I don't know, boys. I would honestly take Skinner. At the end of the day, has had some good playoff starts. He's had some shutouts recently. James Reimer's not played in the playoffs in a long time, and it was 4-1.
Okay, let me rephrase it. I get that
it was 4-1.
Don't you want someone like James Weimer on the bench just in case Skinner falls apart?
No, because you have Calvin Pickard who proved he can do it.
He didn't do it. Okay,
he didn't do anything.
But those two guys did not give him a cup. James, yes, 100%. James Weimer.
Okay, sure. Maybe am I signing Reimer as a third string insurance goalie?
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't think Edmonton needs a third string insurance goalie. They need a starter.
But they're not going to give one with the cap space they got left.
Not so right now, but they made a deadline.
Right? So I'm saying James Weimer's a better first string than some AHL guy we don't know if it hasn't played an NHL game yet. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't agree with you.
Okay.
Reimer did not look good in the preseason at all. No, he looked terrible.
I get that.
No, you don't.
No, I get it. I was the one who said he looked terrible. You were defending him at that point, Jacob.
No, I said I haven't seen the goals he let in yet. Then I saw the goals, and I was like, oh, boy.
Yeah, that's what I said. They were bad. You can't go by the stats. Well, yeah,
you can't go by the stats. For all we know, the 2 goals Stuart Skinner let in, he had no chance. I'm just saying. I do think...
I'm talking about the Stanley Cup final, Well, we played terrible.
Doesn't make it a big deal if he was good in the first round or not, but give him an opportunity. Yeah, true. I could see Edmonton picking up Reimer as a third string. I kind of get what you guys are saying now. I certainly wouldn't bring him in to be my franchise goalie.
No, I'm not saying that.
But
honestly, I think it's just sign Marc-Andre Fleury and call it a day.
Fleury, no, Dan, he's not coming back.
Just give him what he wants.
It's not that he doesn't want money. He doesn't want to come back.
Okay, well, I don't know.
He needs a new hip.
I know.
He just says he's too old. That's what it comes down to. He just feels he's too old.
I don't know. I looked at how good he was, and I to me, this era is not done yet. You still got Crosby being the best two-way center in the league. Maybe he's a crybaby. I think he was in his younger days. You got Ovi, who's now the greatest goal scorer of all time. That's why better than the great one. You know, Fleury is in that same era. This era can't be done yet.
Yeah, I mean, you like to say anything's possible.
Yeah, exactly. They got Chris Letang as a great defense. You know?
Yeah, it is true, Will. You don't know until he proves it. Like I do get what you're saying. And you're saying you're full of Morgan is full of cheeseburgers.
Well, I did have one.
Teen burgers are $3.99 in A&W. We're not sponsored by A&W.
But we could be.
We could be.
That's right.
But I think just to kind of wrap up everything today, Leafs win.
Big day in the 6.
Argo shut down Winton McManus. Looks like they're also going to be shutting down DeMonte Coxey and Tavares Daniels from Rumford.
Nick Arbuckle.
Nick Arbuckle's been shut down.
They are done.
Tucker Horn supposed to be getting some playing action. Jared Dagey getting the start. We don't know yet about the Blue Jays lineup until Sunday morning.
That's right.
So as soon as we hear about that lineup, we'll update you on what we're thinking about that.
Great conversation with that we had here on the decks.
And make sure you join us back at the desk for CFL tomorrow. And of course, we'll talk about Seattle versus Detroit. But boys, I think it's time we wrap it up.
And I will be playing MLB for show. Maybe Jacob would even join us. That's been really fun.
Hey, Will, we'd love to have you at the desk sometime. Let's connect so we can figure out a good time for you to join us.
Yes, 100%. 100%. That would be awesome.
But Lane would like the last word, and the word is not the bird.
Well, if Jacob will let me share this, before we go, we got to share this last. I think this is just hilarious. The Jays in the ultimate troll job are not only partying right now, but they're listening to. We don't get copyright, but they're listening to New York, New York by Frank Sinatra.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
Yes. I think my favorite one I saw on Instagram was, we all know that Jay-Z made the Yankee hat famous. So I saw on Instagram, I posted a Blue Jay pooping on the Yankee hat. That was my favorite, personally. Blue Jay pooping on the Yankee hat.
I will say, I still don't like in baseball that they over celebrate when they haven't won the
every
World
time.
Series.
I don't like that either, but that's this very thing. You know, every sport has a different culture,
That's
right?
funny,
Every rose
man.
of his sword.
That's funny. New York, New York.
That's really...
But thank you very much for joining the desk today. We will be back tomorrow.
Well, we are here today.
Oh, okay. We'll be back at some point throughout the day. Thank you very much for watching. We appreciate all your comments, all your likes and shares, and it makes us
100%. So it gives us the energy to keep doing it, right?
So thank you very much for watching and joining the conversation. We'll see you guys back at the desk. And remember, always have a comfy chair when you join the desk.
That's right. Bye-bye.
Lane, smile. Bigger Lane. Bigger.
Yeah.